3, 2, 1.
What's up, YouTube? you were gonna do the
All right. Hello, YouTube.
Thanks for coming back to our channel. I keep
Wait. I did it last time. You could do it this time.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming back to our channel. This is our 3rd episode.
Welcome to our Amateur Hour podcast. Thank you for coming back again. We had a lot of time last time with Peter and Dobby. This time we have our good friend
Eddie. Hi, I'm from America, USA, Utah actually. And I've been in Taiwan a couple years. Met these fine gentlemen a while back, and
Thank you.
now I'm on their podcasts.
We'll have like a guest come in probably in the middle of it, but we'll see. If we're having too much fun, we're not going to answer the door.
Yeah. Right. Fuck them for being late.
Fuck 'em.
That sounds personal as fuck. All right, hey, do you remember how we met, Eddie?
Yeah, we met at 18.
No
We
way.
met at the club, yeah.
How?
Yuki brought me there.
Oh,
Oh.
right. It was Yuki. Yeah. Okay, it was through somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Cause
What?
yeah. So he was a friend of a friend.
Yuki?
Yuki's a Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You probably don't know him.
I'm
He
just-
disappeared.
Yeah, you probably know him through me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. It's
I don't remember.
was it at Bodega or when was the first time that I saw you actually?
Honestly, I don't remember. Probably Bodega.
Yeah, it was either Bodega or maybe it was like one of the trips, like a night view place.
Introduce your background, maybe.
He did.
I mean,
Background, like
background,
yeah.
Shit, I don't know. I'm 34 years old. I grew up around the Mormon capital, Salt Lake City, Utah. Moved out here because I wanted to get away from U.S. politics and culture and the economy.
That's what brings you here.
Yeah. Pretty much, I don't know. There's a lot to say. What do you guys want to know specifically? Ask me questions.
What do you think about
Open the
Taiwanese
door.
girls? I'm just kidding.
What do I think about Taiwanese girls?
We cutting straight to that, bro.
They're,
We were just talking about that too, right before we hit play. I'm like, hey, Eddie, we had this as a question as well.
You ready for these questions?
I guess so. Why not?
Okay, what do you do here?
I'm just an English teacher.
Hey, don't be like that.
go-
bro.
the
What do you mean,
go-to
just
shop.
an English teacher?
Well,
we're
I mean,
teachers.
We're teachers. We're English teachers.
Yeah.
It's a good gig. Pays good, and the kids are really fun and nice.
Stop
Cap.
the cap right now.
Stop the cap right now. Sometimes
Some of them are nice and fun.
some of them are nice. Sometimes the worst ones, like the baddest kids,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You're not so bad. You know, you piss me off, but
Yeah.
I fuck with you.
No, I don't. No, I still want to choke the shit out of that.
No,
kid,
because
bro.
like I heard this story about I think it was in Korea, but it was like a post I saw. They're using this teacher's like a picture, an old picture that he took like maybe a couple years ago, but they're using that as like advertising for the school, like in the front and everything. And also like some schools in like different countries as well, they'll have the foreigners stand outside of the front gates and waving to children. That's kind of like advertising.
That's
Like
how they advertise
we
in
got
schools.
foreigners
we got
in
white
here.
people here.
Yeah, it was white people too. So yeah, they had them like out front and everything.
yeah.
So there's demand. There's an appeal for it. Being foreign and looking foreign will give you access to certain fields
Right.
here. So then that's a privilege to foreigners.
Dude,
coming
like
here.
it's so funny because when you pass by every fucking cram school, literally all of them got their big ass poster with like white teachers and shit. And then when you like, it's so funny because they can be from anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Just because they're white, you're gonna assume that they're Americans or they're British, right?
Yep.
In Taiwan, bro, imagine this. They're fucking like, "Good morning, I'm Anton."
My name is Anton. Every morning
Like every morning,
And
I
it's
brush
only-
my teeth, bro. That shit could happen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You never know
Yeah.
until they actually start speaking.
What is the most? Okay, tell me what is the most beautiful thing
Oh.
about America and the ugliest thing about America?
The most beautiful thing, I think, is the amount of food we have. We are fat motherfuckers over here.
the portion of the
The
food
portion
is
of the
beautiful.
meal.
Yes.
hilarious.
I mean, the quality's not great, but there's a lot of it. And
Yeah.
like,
Get
Panda
into it.
Express, bro.
yeah, that could also be like the worst thing, like the obesity, like the.
Yeah.
If you're a homeless person in America,
Oh, that's
like
amazing.
you're still eating good.
Yeah.
You can find
It's out of
stuff.
the dumpster.
Yeah, I literally I worked at a barbecue joint. If we do not finish like all the non-premium meat, like the brisket we're keeping, the pulled pork we're keeping, but like the sausages and the turkey, the chicken, we got to throw that away because it has to be fresh. So we just toss it in the dumpster.
Wait. Have you worked part-time before in America?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Courtesy clerk, so that's the bagger. But I also did like anything someone else told me in the store, like, hey, go put this item back. Hey, go put some ice in the freezer. So I was pretty much that. I was like a busboy or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
so I did miscellaneous tasks and I was courteous to customers and stuff.
Yeah.
I worked at a barbecue restaurant, and
Well, that was tough.
yeah, it was all right. I was a caterer, so actually it was pretty cool.
Oh.
But that one was partly part-time, but I went into like full-time on it as well. So I did a couple jobs.
Before
So
coming here.
before coming here, yeah.
How old were you?
When I came here,
No. How old were you when you were doing those jobs?
when I got my first job, I was 17.
17.
Yeah, when I got my first job, it was full-time, and it was the graveyard shift. So I started at 10 p.m. and stayed until about 6:30 a.m. And it was in a freezer. So I had nightmares about that place.
Bro,
You go in.
Get locked inside.
The first day, I had this terrible jacket because they're like, it's going to be cold. Make sure you bring a jacket because it's a giant freezer where they keep all the food. I went in. I didn't have the gloves or anything. I had this thin jacket. I'm like, I'm going to fucking die by the time my shift's over.
Shift comes.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, it's cold in here. So I was like freezing, and it took me like a couple weeks. I'm like, let me wear 2 jackets. They're going to be thick. I'm going to wear 2 pairs of gloves. And like I'll literally just be standing there waiting for the next batch of stuff. But I'll be like jogging in place and everything
because you have to warm up.
And man, I made good money at the time.
That's fine.
It's all good. No worries. This makes
as long as
it's another blooper.
Yeah, it's not a blooper. That's there just so the reflection of the camera's not there. So as long as you can't see the reflection.
But hey,
okay.
So before you arrived here, what were you doing back in the States?
So, going off what Taiwan said earlier about like the difficulty of teaching English. So, since I was like 18 up till like I was 31, I was blue collar. So I worked like construction and carpentry and all kinds of different jobs that are like very physically demanding. Yeah. And those jobs are hard.
But they pay well though, right?
They pay really well. But they're really physically demanding, and like I was starting to feel it, like in my bones, like starting to get sore and like getting cut all the time, and like it's hot, like long days, 12 hours, like moving stuff, and, like it's very physically demanding. And then I moved here and I started teaching English, and honestly, teaching English is so much harder than doing physical labor. Like
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure.
I basically had to relearn the English language. Like I speak it. But I didn't know.
Right.
Dude, I didn't know all the grammar.
Like the grammars and shit.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, my students are asking me questions, and I'm like,
we don't know how to answer that shit, right?
What? It like blew my mind. I was like, okay, put that off for a minute. I gotta go learn it, and then I'll come back and
get on the phone real quick. Like,
dude,
what the
I
hell is
experienced
this?
that shit too. Like when we were doing like tasks and shit, and there's like grammatical questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's just how the fucking grammar works. Like,
Yeah,
how am I gonna fucking explain this?
I'm like,
How
this is
am I gonna explain
English.
this? Like, hey, this is English. I wouldn't be asking you why Chinese grammar is like this. Language is language, right? You speak it the way you speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, how do I explain this? And you know how I just like let it go through?
Yeah.
Just like, so when you put this one is always at the back, all right? Just make sure you don't forget that, all right? So this one has to do like this, all right? All right, that's it. I can't explain anything else. I just have to say, this one and this one goes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, this is the rule. Memorize it.
Right.
It's this. Here, look at this.
Will Smith.
That's how.
Yeah. I mean,
Will Smith. You saw that video of the one that you're trying to open a jar? Is it? Is that one?
Oh,
Wait, is it that one?
Yeah, Bad Boys.
Oh, yeah.
With the famous guy who did this. And so Eddie, I heard like something really interesting about you. Like, so you grew up in Utah.
Yes.
In a Mormon community, right?
Basically, like
Elaborate
the
that.
beating heart of Mormon religion.
Right in Utah.
Because like when it comes to Mormon, all I know is like in Taiwan, there's gonna be like a couple white dudes that are riding bicycles,
Yeah.
right?
They got the little badge.
Yeah. Like they got their fucking Bibles and shit.
Yeah, they carry
So
them.
they would like be riding bikes, and at a fucking red light, bro, they would just pull up to you and like, hey, you wanna?
You got time to talk about the Lord and Savior?
But Mormonism is more of a cult, like huge temple there.
Temple.
And this is where like the most devout like high priests or pastors and everyone goes.
I think I've heard
Like,
about this.
if you're like super into the religion, like you're one of their high. It's kind of like Scientology. Like you pay enough money and you can get up into the higher echelons, the higher positions. But also, if you're like very devout and pray and work your way up through the church, you can get invited to their secret rooms.
What happens in these secret rooms?
They have like secret rituals and stuff. So there's like a guy, and they have like secret code phrases, and like they have secret handshakes. So if you like go up to the guy, he stands behind a curtain, like he's behind a curtain, you can't see him, but he like puts his hand through, and you do like this secret handshake and say the code phrase, and then you get invited into like the secret ritual.
Yeah, a secret knock for the door.
And like no one can record. Like we don't know what happens in there.
But so you don't either.
Yeah, like
how do you know about
this? Is
there was a video released a few years back of somebody who was like in the waiting room outside. They like secretly recorded a video, and then they do the secret handshake. But like after he went inside, they couldn't record. They don't know.
Some D-fitty stuff as well.
Yeah, it's some D-fitty stuff.
Some D-fitty stuff.
Honestly, Mormonism is more of a cult than a religion.
To go into polygamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing fell. To go into polygamy, like I'm Mormon now. It's I can have many.
By the end of the video.
Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts.
Not gonna hold on.
Basically, the only reason me and my brothers we ever went to church is because my mom sent us there as like babysitting, daycare. They're very. They have all their rules, and if you're in the church, you cannot break these rules, or you're gonna burn in hell. You're going to hell. Like don't drink coffee. Don't
drink coffee.
Yeah, they can't drink coffee. They think coffee is like same as alcohol.
All right, so no alcohol either.
Yeah, they don't drink.
We can't be Mormons.
Okay, so in a Mormon church, do you guys have masses?
Yeah, so we have Sunday mass. I forget the name of it.
Do you guys have like the fucking the bread? Not the bread, but the communion.
It's called I don't even remember the name of that.
Talking about the crackers.
But it's like so like they come around and you get a little tiny slice of bread and a cup of water.
Oh, it's with water, not red wine.
Yeah, no wine.
Okay, because in Catholic, in Catholic it's red wine.
We get cranberry juice.
Because that's the blood of
in Baptist church.
Yeah, this is my
yours is cranberry juice.
It's cranberry juice.
I've seen cranberry juice. I've seen like grape juice and shit.
Yeah.
But in the Catholic church we use
wine.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So,
okay, what is like some weird shit that they do?
They actually believe that God can like talk through them and give them magical powers.
Like
what? So there was one time when I was set up at most of the schools, like middle school and high school, it's called seminary. So like while you're in school, you can also go to the church classes.
Bruh. Hogwarts.
You can basically practice your religion.
Sorry, dude.
No, that's good. Do your thing.
Like, what are you doing with the wand there?
Talk to myself. So they have this extra class called seminary, where you basically like you go to math class and then PE, and then you go to seminary where you study the Bible and pray and learn about God and stuff. There was one time where my pastor or whatever, he was telling us this story. He was late for work. Like he went to drive his car and leave, but he didn't open his garage yet. So he backed his car up into his garage door and broke the garage door. Can't open it now. And so he's stuck in the garage. When that happened, I said a prayer. So he said he prayed, and then he's like, God gave me
the power,
increased physical strength. And he said, then I could lift the garage door. I was like, what the fuck? That's a
bro, that's what really literally like, oh dude, fucking hell.
Grab him the other one.
Oh yeah, here.
Not sponsored. Because you gotta.
But hey, Eddie, the fucking shit that you told me yesterday, that shit is hilarious. Can you tell Taiwan? The one that bounces on the bed?
Oh, the soaking.
Bro, you should. Do you have more stories like that? Like crazy fun shit?
Not really. I'd have to think about it and like remember, but yeah. So like
okay, explain to him what this is.
So, you heard of soaking at all?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about when you mentioned soaking.
So, like I said before, in Mormonism, you can't have sex before marriage. Like it's
Wait.
So
Oh.
one of the things they do is they have a thing
person
called jump humping.
I know where this is going. I know about
there's
this.
A boy
I know
and a
this.
girl who are together.
Yep.
They're not married yet.
Lay on top.
Lay on top.
Have a friend.
Just stick that in. Don't move.
Oh, I didn't know about that
part. The friend will jump on the
That
bed.
counts, bro.
I guess.
I've heard about this.
It doesn't break the rule.
I mean, I guess they think it's a loophole. Like,
because
so
how does it not break the rule?
I don't know, dude.
It's inside of her.
That's
that's. I thought they just laid on top of each other and then but wow, okay, that should still count.
Yeah.
Wait, we did not explain well to the audience. Okay, can you explain again to the audience?
So
the guy is inside of her.
Inside.
He's inside of her.
Instead of him moving.
Yeah, the best friend of the girl will jump on the bed next to them. So it's like a distant threesome or something. It's kind of fucking weird. Like,
so someone else is putting in a whole lot of work.
Someone else is doing the work for you, and it doesn't count. Like,
you remember.
If you feel the temptation to hump, get a jump.
It's not real.
Bro, at this point, just fuck already, bro. What?
They can't. It's against.
It's against the code.
Yes, it's against the code, right? You got to find the loopholes.
But if you go on, if you go for a confession to the priest or whatever, you're gonna be forgiven unconditionally.
They're gonna be like, you're out.
Just do that shit and go fucking confess your sin.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, they believe, like, I'm sure Christianity is the same way. If you kill someone, you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me." That's it. Really?
That's how they treat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives them plenty. There we go. It fell.
Now we have to
got
put it
one
back.
more.
Yeah,
that's our timer.
Yeah, that's our timer. Hold on. Let's.
We got 10 more.
We got to stay.
So wait, Eddie, you just mentioned about your fucking what? Your grandma dated who?
Yeah. So there's a famous serial killer from America. His name is Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. My goodness.
That's just like he's like one of the most prolific serial killers.
He's like Avengers level. He'd be like Captain America or Iron Man of the serial killers.
What the fuck? So it's like where's the Jeffrey Dahmer and like?
Jeffrey Dahmer is pretty bad, but Jeffrey Dahmer would be like, I don't know, like Hulk or Hawkeye or someone. He's still part of that pack.
Still in the Avengers,
but Ted Bundy, he's not as famous. Ted Bundy is
Michael
Myers.
He was a really handsome guy, very charming. He would travel to Salt Lake in Utah pretty often. He'd go to bars and like hit on women, pick them up, take them back to his place, kill them. Yeah. And so like my grandma, I don't know what happened. Like I don't know the story of what happened between them, but like my grandma met him. They went on like a date or something, and then like she luckily didn't get murdered, and now I'm alive. Luckily,
that is
went on a date.
That is freaking scary to even think about because my goodness, this guy's riz and charm level was way the fuck up here,
super charming,
and he's handsome.
Yeah,
so he could say the stupidest stuff, but girls wouldn't care because he's charming and handsome.
Yeah.
So like he could get away. That's what made him dangerous because girls liked him. He was attractive. That's scary for your grandma to like be able to go on a date and like live out. Because I heard of them doing some crazy stuff with broomsticks.
Bro?
Probably like 20.
The crazy thing was, even at his trial, there was like girls in the courtroom still just like there just to see him in person and like sending him letters while he was in prison.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he still has like fans.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I think someone was trying to like interview him before because he got the death penalty, didn't he? Yeah, someone's trying to interview to see or ask what's going on in his brain, like how it works and everything. Especially like, and it's not just before him like put on like a lie or whatever. It's like even afterwards, girls were still attracted to him, but he's a serial killer. He's a literal serial killer.
It's because he's super passionate about his hobby.
Super passionate about his hobby. He's
what? Like, dude, I'm so fucking like, dude, your grandma dated a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, she at least like knew him and like hooked up with him or something. Like something happened between them.
And Eddie is still here
whoa,
today.
Whoa. Wait. They dated, right?
I don't know if they dated, like they weren't boyfriend girlfriend, but like he met her or she met him, and they went
on dates.
Yeah, they did like something happened.
Something happened. Like,
but except she lived, which is good. So.
Huh.
Yeah, because like my whole family and like I don't think he was Mormon, but like he would go to like you said, the college campus, a lot of Mormons there, and like go to other places and meet women and charm them, and then and one of them was my grandma.
She not fit the criteria?
I don't know. It's like, killing you just doesn't feel right. Something, I don't like your hair.
It's like,
Your hair's
There's
not
something
right.
wrong about your hair.
yeah, he's like, you know what? Yeah, nah.
You know what? You're too pretty.
You're too
Yeah.
pretty to kill.
Or you're too ugly. Like, oh, you're just an ugly
Either way.
corpse. Like, imagine you as a corpse and you're just not. You don't fit.
My goodness, that's
No, but nah, for real though, your grandma did. Like, how long after like fuck.
he's
sorry,
flabbergasted. He's like,
you're-
what?
But I'm like literally having a fucking dude. Your grandma know that he's like a serial killer after how long?
Probably once he was caught and he was in the news, I assume.
He was when he was caught and he was in the news, and your grandma was like, "Holy fuck, I dated this guy."
Yeah.
People like this, they make them sit in the electric
The
chair.
electric chair, yeah.
It's like how does that work? Like, is it really painful death or like?
I'm not sure. Have you ever seen the movie Green Mile?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
like it's like the sponge and shit, like without the water. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Like, you gotta put the watery sponge in. I don't know. I imagine it's not comfortable getting electrocuted.
I'm trying to think of like when I've been
Sounds bad.
shocked, but like
Yeah.
that
Like
it
your
can't
whole
be
body.
painless. It has to be
Yeah,
some pain
there has
before
to
you
be
die.
some pretty- like, you're basically getting burnt from the inside out. Like,
But how about it lasts like maybe like 8 seconds, 7 seconds?
Yeah.
Somewhere around that.
Damn.
Like it's a lot of bolts going through you, so
So
I
it's
think
not a quick death.
it's not slow, but it's not quick either. You're gonna feel something before you die.
right.
Right. So you would rather have them suffer.
I'd rather have them stay in prison, like,
Yeah, it's I mean I heard something. It's actually cheaper for them to keep them in prison instead of like doing the death penalty process.
If you kill them, do you have to supply food or anything for him anymore?
But there's like a whole lot of process with like setting up the chair, setting up the paperwork and everything.
Chemicals or
The
whatever
chemo.
they
So
use.
yeah, nowadays, yeah. So it's like I heard that it's actually cheaper to just keep him alive for the rest of his life in prison than start the death penalty process. So I found that interesting.
Like seeing on YouTube Shorts, like there's this guy making he's rating food of all of the serial killers' last meal.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. It's really interesting because a lot of serial killers they want their food simple, but a lot of them actually like want like fucking lobsters
Like a
and
ribeye steak.
ribeye steak,
Yeah.
like
I'd want a lobster.
yeah. Your last meal. What would you? Hey, what would be your last meal, man? If you know you're dying, what would be your last meal?
I'd want a lobster, a McDonald's double cheeseburger with some fries, fresh. The Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
That's the one
Perfect.
thing that we need in Taiwan is a taco.
Yeah, they need
Oh
they
my
need at least
God.
one Taco Bell somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my last meal. Like it's fast food, but it's like it's delicious fast food. So it's like I'd want that to be my final meal. Like I've enjoyed double cheeseburgers all my life, Taco Bell all my life, lobster. I don't get to eat it too often, but I know the times I do eat it, it's pretty delicious. So I'd want that'd be my final meal.
Honestly, like, just a good sandwich, like a really dank sandwich would be.
Hey, bro, sandwich for Americans are
Yeah.
basically burgers. I really don't fucking get it, bro.
Wait, what?
Sandwich in America are fucking burgers, bro. Chicken sandwich is fucking burger, bro. What the fuck?
They do call it a chicken sandwich,
Yeah, we
actually.
call it
Right,
chicken sandwich.
right.
Yeah, it has the burger.
It's a
bun.
burger.
Yeah, it is a burger. Chicken burger.
But why you call it sandwich?
Because I feel like a burger is specifically beef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chicken burger would sound weird.
Yeah, it sounds kind of strange.
Nope.
That's simple, dude. Your last meal?
Yeah.
You-
Well, maybe like some chips, sandwich. And
I was gonna say like I haven't made it in a while, but like a sandwich, just like the classic sandwich like mayonnaise, cheese, meat.
Okay.
Put some Doritos in that.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you get the
Holy
crunch.
crap. Oh, that
Mm.
sounds crazy.
It's delicious. Put some Doritos inside the sandwich as well. You just hear the crunch when you're eating it.
Ooh, the
It's
texture.
perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say like for me,
God
like
dang.
a BLT, like a bacon lettuce tomato sandwich.
Ooh.
And maybe like another peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, 2, and then some chips. I'm good.
Dude, I don't know about mine.
Last meal after you I don't know, did some crazy stuff. You said some crazy stuff, got canceled so hard that they gave you the death penalty.
That's gonna be ass.
Nope.
That's gonna be you.
That's gonna
Honestly, like, it's crazy to think about that. That used to happen. Like
Oh, actually, you're right.
the old, like before, like in America, we have the free speech.
Yeah,
So we can
but
say whatever we want. Before America, like the kings of Europe, if you said
Guillotine,
something
right?
about the- they would kill you. You
Yeah.
talk shit on the king, they would cut
actually,
your head off.
yeah, that's
That's
wild to
crazy.
think of. We would already have our heads cut off. We'd be in like the square of like Taipei 101 or something, the guillotine,
Yeah,
and then
they you or like the thing.
yeah, if it was barbaric like that, but okay.
But I know in Japan they also have death penalties.
Yeah, I was
Like
thinking.
in most of the countries right now, they canceled death penalties. But in Japan, they still have. In Taiwan, they still do. But
And
I
they
don't know,
shoot you in the heart.
Sorry, what?
They shoot you in the heart for doing what?
In Taiwan, yeah.
For doing what?
The last guy, the last criminal, the most famous one was holding 2 knives in the MRT in Taipei.
I heard about that. My ex-girlfriend was telling me about that.
Killing
actually.
random people.
Really?
Random people. He just walked around in different carts and started stabbing people in their stomach. And he killed random people.
And there was this big thing. People are so focused on their phones, they didn't see this guy holding 2 knives.
Yeah. So it must have been recent.
It's been years already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like people, like during that time, there's already smartphones. First smartphones, of course. So people were on their phone. And just a fucking knife, just like.
Yeah, just appears out of nowhere and you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like your whole reality is
So
shut.
like, I forgot how many people died. Like 4 people died, but a bunch of people died.
And he chose the longest, like the next stop was like the longest.
Yeah.
So he chose it specifically.
So he couldn't get off the. Like,
no one could get off, and no one could catch him until the next stop.
The only thing that they can defend themselves was just umbrellas.
If it was U.S., he would have been shot down.
That was like U.S. Like he'll get a couple people, but someone's definitely gonna attack him.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, you know what? When it comes to like a gun problem, I'm not really against guns when it comes to this kind of thing. Because what are you gonna protect yourself in this kind of situation? Because look at Taiwan, bro. But people fucking died.
Right.
Because people don't have anything to protect themselves. Right?
Yeah.
But in America, people got. If I know you got guns, and you know I got guns, and I know we all know that each other got guns,
right.
We're not gonna fuck around.
Right.
On the street, we're not gonna fuck around, right?
People still fuck around. That's when they find out, but they'll still fuck around.
And find out.
But hey, but if people do know that, you know, everybody's carrying everybody's arm,
they'll be less likely, much less likely to.
Like, you know that they're gonna shoot you back, so you're not gonna fuck around.
You seen Orange is the New Black, that one episode where a guy's like, she's like checking the receipt, making sure like he paid for all the stuff.
Orange juice, toothpaste, 8 R-15 assault rifle. Looks good. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I'm like, this is hilarious because it's true.
It is true.
You walk out with a rifle.
But hey, like for normal people like us, guns are for defending ourselves.
For sure.
Yeah.
Does your family own arms?
My family has a ton of guns.
Your family?
We use them for fun. Like we go out in the desert and shoot like old TVs or whatever. Or like home defense.
Nice.
Yeah. Or hunting. Like there's a lot of hunting.
Yeah. What about your family?
My family doesn't hunt and they don't use it for fun. It's for home defense.
So it's true that we all have guns at home.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have a gun hidden somewhere, and usually they keep a shotgun because it's like the best, like home defense weapon.
Birdshot. Buckshot.
Buckshot.
Birdshot.
Birdshot. Yep. You like, wait, isn't that like
birdshot for the warning?
First one's the warning. The second one's like, I try to warn you. Hey,
if your face is gonna be gone, bro. Like,
take your head off.
How do I say that?
Back turned to them.
If your back is like, if they're not facing you, if they're not facing you, they're like on another direction already. They're running away or some shit. You cannot shoot them from the back. So it's so funny. It's like a glitch. Like, so I can rob the house just walking backwards. You know, just don't face the fucking homeowner, and you know, just don't show your face, right?
That'd be a hard thing to police though, because like usually if someone has their back turned to you and you're shooting them in the back, usually that's like you didn't have to kill this person.
Right.
I mean, they'll get away with your shit, but you didn't have to kill this person.
Right. So all a burglar has to do now is.
But like there's loopholes to where a burglar could be like, okay, if I have my back, but like that's if they want to risk dying.
Yeah,
if you get shot in the back.
Risk getting shot at all.
Yo, Mello's here. How'd you get in? How are you and Team getting in here?
Your grandma dated a serial killer.
I don't know if she dated him or she just met
one?
him. Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Nah.
Yeah, so I'm from Utah, and like I don't know if you knew that, but like Ted Bundy he would come down from Colorado or wherever, and he would come to
You
Utah.
smoke, motherfucker.
Yeah, to like flirt with women, pick him up and take him back to his house, and then my grandma at some point met him and like knew him, and
So
there was some
technically,
interaction.
If he had done that, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't
you
be alive.
exist
Yeah,
right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like, luckily he didn't kill her, and now I'm here. So
That's That's crazy.
It was like we're saying like she didn't fit the criteria or something.
She's too ugly or something.
No, you're not violating.
But so you do know who Ted Bundy is?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Am I the only one who doesn't know who that is?
Yes.
Apparently.
Shit.
You can watch the show, the Zac Efron movie.
Uneducated motherfucker. How do you not know who Ted Bundy is?
I'm not into like fucking murderers and serial killers.
Neither am I, but I still know who it is.
Okay, Sherlock. God damn. Jesus Christ, bro. Try to violate me in my show?
My bad.
The fuck?
My bad.
So yeah,